If you're looking to make a change to get improved performance, improve your sleep, and help you with your weight loss journey, try Optimum Day and Night. Make a change as soon as you can.
And these have been a real game changer in my health journey. Optimum Day helps your metabolism burn throughout the day, and Optimum Night helps you get a really good sleep throughout the night.
And here's some real life proof on screen right now. Both Robbie and Michael Owen teamed up with Oxford Natural for their wellness journey, and you can see the results for yourself.
So if you want to start your health journey today, click the link in the description below. Get 70% off your first order with the code WATTV. De Zerbi's coaching staff has been officially announced, all confirmed, a full roster here for you guys with the statement on the website. Just announcing Andrew Croft, saying we are delighted to announce the arrival of Andrew Croft to De Zerbi's staff as assistant head coach. Former midfielder who played in the Premier League with Norwich, has racked up 450 appearances for the likes of Gillingham, Wrexham, Charlton and Brighton. Andrew is now reunited with Roberto De Zerbi, having spent time together at Brighton. Capped 29 times by Wales, Andrew joined Brighton's under-21 coaching team in 2019, becoming under-21 head coach in 2021. He was appointed Brighton interim head coach following Graham Potter's departure in 2022, and then onto the coaching staff on Roberto's arrival. Most recently, Andrew was one of Fabian Hertzler's assistant head coaches at Brighton, and he's also part of Craig Bellamy's coaching setup at Wales as well. So Andrew joins Bruno Saltor as assistant coach, Andreas Jorgensen as assistant coach, Marcatilo Marcatili is a first team fitness coach, Marcelo Quinto is the senior professional development phase coach, Cameron Campbell is individual development coach, Fabian Otte is the goalkeeping coach, Dean Brill is assistant goalkeeping coach, and they are Roberto's coaching staff.
Yeah, we obviously talked about it yesterday. That is what you call a team, a squad. So De Zerbi's got his men. I obviously don't know how much to learn from it. Obviously, it's great that he's getting the people that he values, especially the guy at Brighton. Apparently, he was quite instrumental. De Zerbi was instrumental in bringing him into the main picture in the coaching staff. He really valued him. He really kind of was impressed by him. I saw a lot of Brighton fans not being too happy that he's gone, and he's because he's been at Brighton for a long time on the coaching staff. So he's kind of been part of the furniture there for a while. So him now jumping ship, a lot of Brighton fans have been complaining, I've seen, about lack of loyalty. He should be staying at Brighton, not jumping ship to join De Zerbi. But apparently him and De Zerbi got on very, very well, and De Zerbi really rates him. So great news for us, and the coaching staff really coming together.
Absolutely. All it took was one call from Roberto, and the deal was done. But it's not just those.
The De Zerbi pool.
Exactly. The De Zerbi pool is unmatched. But Spurs have also confirmed the appointments of Ali James, Head of Medical Services, Tom Tomlinson, Head of Athletic Development, and Agostino Tibaldi, Strength and Conditioning Coach, to the Performance Department. So a bit of a regeneration of the medical team as well, which was great to see.
Yeah, it's definitely needed. Obviously, how long all these positions... I think with the coaching staff is a bit different. Obviously, they're going to get right underway with the footballing side immediately. But when it comes to medical and all that kind of stuff, yeah, it's tough to see an immediate return. Obviously, you want to see a lack of injuries and all that kind of stuff. I think the fact we're playing one game a week this year hopefully will help with that anyway. But let's see, there's long-term benefits here, because we've needed a massive overhaul, really, in our medical department. There's been a lot of complaints. There's been a hell of a lot of injuries, stacked full of injuries. So let's hope these are the guys that we need to really sort out what's going wrong.
Yeah, I think stacked from injuries, that's even an understatement in itself, you know what I mean? Like, the injuries in the last 2 years been unprecedented in the Premier League by any team. Like, how is anyone so injury ravaged over the last 2 years? Hopefully they got to the bottom of it. Hopefully we've got the right people in now, and hopefully we won't see this again ever at Tottenham Hotspur, but particularly next season. So big up to the new team, the dream team that they're calling them under Roberto De Zerbi. So good luck to them. There has been some sightings of some new players at Hotspur Way today, and first and foremost, Andy Robertson is there. He has joined the squad, and Spurs have given us some pictures on the website. If you just scroll up, I think that is
scroll down.
Scroll down. There you go. Some nice pictures of Andy Robertson in his new
First
Spurs
day.
gear. I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans being like, "This just feels weird."
It does feel weird,
9
doesn't
years
it?
at Liverpool, and suddenly he's rocked up at Spurs.
Still haven't got a COYS from him,
No,
which is disappointing. You know, every new player has to say COYS on camera.
I know he probably just feels a bit weird saying it because he has 9 years at Liverpool, but it's got to be said. It's got to be said.
Got to be
If
said, you're a
Spurs
Tottenham player now. Yeah. You should be part of the Spurs family. But there you go. Robertson, hard at work straight away. I wonder if we'll see him tomorrow. That'll be interesting, but probably too early. But there he is in
It's a
training.
behind closed doors friendly. Maybe we'll see him in the second half for a little
Yeah,
bit.
true. We're probably going to see two different teams, aren't
Yeah,
we?
exactly. So I do think we'll see him tomorrow. So that's Robertson. They also gave us a video as well on the website. It just shows how he's already seems very integrated within the squad, even on the first day.
Yeah, definitely. So definitely you notice already in this video, it's only a minute long. But you can already, I think there's players shouting with the background, there's Solanke having a bit of play with him, having a bit of jokes to him, talking to Fernandes.
Well, Solanke actually would have known him because they were in the same squad together at Liverpool, weren't they?
I don't think so. I think
Was he
Solanke
not?
left before Robertson came. I think so. I don't think they'll. I think Solanke left in like 2016 and Robertson joined in 2017.
Right.
But definitely one thing you can see here is he's a talker. He's getting to know everyone in the squad.
No,
Obviously,
he left Liverpool 2019.
no, but he must have been on loan.
Yeah, but he would have been in and around the
Maybe,
squad. at
okay, fair
times.
enough. So there you go. Like I think, what is the important thing? What he's been brought in to do is be one of the leaders in the group. And already on day one, he's getting to know everyone. He's chatting with everyone, and that's kind of going to be one of his main roles and main responsibilities, isn't it? Creating that kind of atmosphere and setting it. So obviously it's only a minute long clip, but I think you can already see he's kind of creating a bit of camaraderie with the team, with his teammates.
Yeah, it's great to see. The guy comes with a host of experience, a host of leadership, and he's going to need to show that in this Spurs team, and I'm sure he will. He'll lead by example.
Because there's one thing I was saying, even, you can see a bit of a difference. Obviously, Tonali came in and Fernandes came in. They obviously showed their first days, but they weren't. Obviously, they might have done it off camera, but there weren't too many, chatting with everyone else and integrating themselves in. And obviously, Robbo is just very kind of good at doing that. That's one of his biggest strengths, is how he is in the dressing room. So, yeah, I think it's. I think you can already see the kind of those little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at it now. They definitely played with each other because Solanke scored his first and only Liverpool goal last game of season 2018. So he was actually playing for Liverpool that season.
Okay, see what they were together.
So they were in a squad together. So yeah, that's where they know each other from. Obviously, I wonder if there's anyone else in the team that played with Robertson. Can't think off the top of my head. We don't have anyone else that played for Liverpool.
or Hull.
Yeah, I mean, the only one that comes close is Ambassador Michael Dawson. They played together.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, apart from that, I don't think anyone else. So already you can see camaraderie between Solanke and Andy Robertson. So welcome Andy Robertson to the club. There was a picture as well on the Spurs social media of him lifting up the shirt for the first time, which was nice to see. If we can get that up.
It's on Tottenham Spurs' X.
Because we didn't get it when he first signed because he was away at the World Cup. But there you go. Andy Robertson lifting up the shirt for the first time. He is finally a Spurs player, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of impact he makes in this coming season. Another player who has joined up with the at Hotspur Way today. We haven't had any pictures or anything like that, but Joost Blahoff, obviously the reliable Dutch journalist who was on the money with the signing, saying Jan-Paul van Hecke is reporting to Tottenham Hotspur for the first time today, first day of work after his transfer from Brighton. The defender was an absolute one of the highlights of the national team for the World Cup, and he will reunite with Mickey van der Ven. So it looks as though Van Hecker reported to Hotspur Way as well today.
Yeah, no pictures or anything. So probably unlikely to see him tomorrow if he's not back in training yet. But that's great. Can't wait to see him in the Tottenham shirt and on the pitch.
Yeah, I wonder if he would have come back at the same time. There's no reason why we don't see him for a little bit of time tomorrow. But there's been no pictures or videos or anything.
If he was in training, you would have seen some pictures.
Yeah, true. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, Scotland exited the World Cup before Netherlands, so maybe he's just come back for some sort of media duties or some...
Get his locker.
Stuff like that. So you'd assume that he would come back at the same time as Mickey van de Ven. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, all good things coming our way here at Tottenham Hotspur. Moving on to some transfer news, and we're going to start off talking about this story about Savinho. Obviously, SZY said to us yesterday that there's no deal been agreed yet between Tottenham and Man City. A journalist called Luca Cericcione, I think that's how you pronounce it, Italian journalist from Calcio Mercato, I think he is, saying that Tottenham have offered 70 million to Man City for Savinho. I'm guessing he's talking in euros.
I think it did say euros.
Did it say? I think it said 70 million without any sort of symbol. But yeah, I mean, 70 million euros is about the fee that we've all been speaking about, pretty much, hasn't it?
Yeah, 60 to 65 million pounds. That seems as though, obviously, at the start of the window, there was a lot of talk of maybe it was going to be 45 million, but that seems that was always going to be a bit fanciful. I thought that was kind of right, but you know what? At the moment, Tottenham are just paying whatever fee it's necessary to get the player in. So if Man City are demanding a bit more and we really believe in him, well, it looks like we're going to go for it. So we'll see. I don't know about this journalist, if he's reliable or anything, but we have heard so much about Savinho. So I can't really sit here and say, it can't be true or anything like that, because it's very likely that we have submitted a bid or there's talks. So let's see. Let's see over the coming days. Hopefully, we'll get a here we go or something about a deal agreed very shortly. But it's the never-ending story. We talk about it every day. It's now become the daily Savinho. We've been talking about it for a long, long time. Hopefully, today's the day we get a bid and we hear something. But right now, it's... I mean, if he's the only one we're hearing it from, then that's a bit of a red flag.
Yeah, I know. And I doubt... When you look at all the journalists that might be close to this deal, I doubt he's got more information than anyone else. So I feel like he's probably just trying to win some points, basically, just trying to go early and say, well, it's not even early at this point.
As the kids call it, aura farming.
Yeah, that's the one. So, yeah, again, we'll see what happens. But Savinho, that's the latest on the press. 70 million euro bid for Savinho. And we did hear as well, I think it was from SZY or someone else maybe saying that we're waiting for Man City to make a signing before we can get the green light on Savinho.
No, Romano said it, didn't he?
Or Romano maybe. And there has been some sort of tentative link from, I don't know who it's from, with Man City and Yan Diomande. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. So I wonder if there's anything to that. If Man City do go heavily in for Yan Diomande, that will obviously trigger the Savinho move to Tottenham.
Yeah, if it is true that they're waiting on a signing, but what else would be the hold up? I guess if it wasn't that, they did post, by the way.
I said the fee hasn't been agreed yet.
Yeah,
that's the hold up.
That obviously would hold up, wouldn't it? So let's see. It seems there's a willingness from everyone to get this deal done, though. So usually when that happens, it gets done, but. It has been suspiciously long, and as I said, they posted a picture yesterday.
12 months long.
They posted a picture yesterday, City, of him in training. So I don't know if they're trying to send a message out or they're just posting pictures of all their players in training. But he was smiling, he looked happy. So take of that what you will.
Yeah, he's smiling and happy because he knows he's about to join Tottenham. That's why.
Yeah, but we've heard SZY said there's no fee agreed, but he also said Savinho's told all his teammates he's going to Tottenham. So, but which is, I think, for me, a bit contradictory. It doesn't sound like you would tell your teammates until there's a deal agreed. Usually, anyway. But who knows? Maybe he's jumping the gun. Maybe he knows there's a deal very close. It's every day we're just hearing little tidbits, tiny things, but. Nothing ever really concrete about a deal being that close. In terms of official, reliable journalists, no one's actually reported that the deal is very near or anything like that. They've all just reported there is talks, ongoing talks, maybe even advanced talks, but no one's really reported that the deal is close, we're reaching agreement, anything like that. We haven't heard that.
Yeah, it's true. So I don't know. I mean, Paul O'Keefe said today that we're focusing on outgoings and then we're going to go big again. So is Savinho considered going big? Like, is the 65? Is that considered big for us anymore? I don't know.
Good question.
I
Going
don't know
big
if
on
this
top of
deal
Savinho.
is involved in that, or is he means the deal's after Savinho?
Who knows what they mean?
So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, yeah, with the thing of Man City posting up a picture of Savinho in training. I mean, Brighton did the same thing for Van Hecker, and it was done a few days later. And I think one of the other did Mateus Fernandes. Did they do a picture of Mateus Fernandes in training before we signed him? I can't remember. It was another player that we signed this summer that they did it with. It was it Mateus or Tonali? One of them.
Can't remember.
Anyway, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But in other news, it looks as though Will Lankshear is moving to Middlesbrough. We reported on it last night, but now it seems to be nearly at the finish line. Romano says that Lankshear leaves Tottenham and joins Middlesbrough Medical today and sealed between the club's permanent move from Tottenham Hotspur. Alistair Gold says he understands that Spurs have agreed a fee with Borough worth 14 million over the coming season and potentially 20 million eventually with add-ons included.
He's actually updated that. He's corrected himself.
Saying
20% sell-on included for Lankshear, 20 million package, looking like officially being 10 million guaranteed and another 10 million in add-ons.
So the same as what Keith Downey was saying. So he also said personal terms almost agreed, medical expected to take place later this afternoon and early this evening. And yeah, Sky Sports pretty much reaffirming or just saying what Alistair Gold said just there. But what a deal that is for Will Lankshear. A deal that can reach £20 million.
Yeah, insane, isn't it? We were talking about how much his value could rise with another good season. Maybe if he gets a few goals in the Premier League, if that value can rise dramatically. But if you're already talking about potentially 20 million, you're already talking about a 20% sell-on clause and matching fee, matching bid as well, rights as well. I think if you're Tottenham, that's just kind of too good to turn down, isn't it? I know Will Lankshear, everyone's got high hopes for him. Everyone's really excited about him, and another player who last season did really well in the Championship. And whenever you've got an academy player who's a young English striker, especially a player in that position, and those are the players that everyone just easily gets excited about, aren't they? Those are the players that you just want coming through your club. Obviously, you have shades of like Harry Kane, and we have memories of him and how he went through a similar trajectory, and he just came into the team and hit the ground running. And what an incredible, academy player he was. And everyone's just trying to recreate that, aren't they? But when you've got 20 million on the table, you've got all the other clauses. We're not shying away from making big moves elsewhere in the window as well. I think it's a great deal for Tottenham. I don't think we can really complain about it if he could reach that kind of figure. And if he moves on from Borough to, they sell him for a good fee, we get a piece of that cake as well. And we've been doing that in a lot of transfers. I mean, the amount of money we could make from all these deals we're making down the line, not just with the money we're getting now, is pretty impressive, I would say. I think another one for Rafi Mawson in terms of the sales book, and another really good deal, I think, in that sense. So you look again, I mean, we've now, I think, crossed the £100 million mark when it comes to sales, without even selling Romero and Bergval yet, which you're looking at probably 100 million for them too, and Vicario, and potentially Richarlison. So a lot more sales and Spence potentially. So you're looking at potentially another 150 to 200 million coming in on top of the 100 million we've just gotten. So we were talking about Ansar. We could be getting 30 million, 25 million or whatever, if 20 million for him. So we were talking when we were doing our squad builder. We were talking about maybe 250 million getting in, and you're looking at what we're getting for all these players. It doesn't seem that unrealistic at the moment.
No, not at all. I could even get potentially more. But, I mean, I have mixed feelings towards the Will Lankshear deal. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic deal for him. Fantastic money for Spurs in terms of getting a potential 20 million. I wonder what those add-ons are. Is it, contingent on Middlesbrough getting promotion to the Premier League? Is it, goal-related bonus? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see until that information comes out. But I mean, we look around at the number 9, centre forward market around, football at the moment, and it's not great. So when you've got someone like Will Lankshear on your books, yeah, fine, you're getting a great fee, and you've got a sell-on fee, and can potentially bring him back in the future with some matching rights. But I don't know. I kind of feel like with the number 9 market around, it might have been worth more keeping him around for next season. Obviously, it depends who we get. If one of them go, Richarlison and Solanke, but right now it's just Solanke and Richarlison on the books weren't deemed good enough last season. Obviously, we need to bring in another one, and if one of them goes, it's still 2 strikers. And then what if Solanke gets injured? Then you're stuck with one. And I just kind of feel like with Solanke and I mean with Lankshear and what he brings to the table and his physicality and his finishing, I think he could have made a bit of an impact next season for us. So that I do have a bit of mixed feelings on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think when we've spoken about it, I think we've all been kind of agreed. If he goes, we want it kind of on loan, not worth selling him for a cheap fee. I would like him to maybe get a chance, because if he comes in and maybe even gets 5 goals or over 5 goals, that value rises, and you've got another striker option. So you're looking at that thinking, it's an opportunity. Maybe he could be someone unexpected, maybe someone a bit special. But at the end of the day, De Zerbi is the one closer to the situation. Maybe he just doesn't think he's as good as we hope he is. At the end of the day, no Premier League team is coming for him. He's going to the Championship. Is there a reason for that? It's hard to say. I think with all these situations, you don't truly know until obviously they leave and we can see what kind of player they become, and you see if you made a mistake or not. And a part of me definitely would have liked to have been interested just to see him get pre-season at least. Because even if he plays pre-season and gets a few goals, does that add a few maybe pounds to his price potentially if do more teams start looking at him if he's banging in the goals in pre-season? So I would like to have shown a bit of restraint, maybe waited until we've played a few games, maybe even taken him on the tour and just taken a closer look at him during just match days, not just training, and actually make the decision then. So from that point of view, it is slightly disappointing, but when you're looking at the fee potentially we're getting for him and the overall deal, I do have a few complaints from that point of view.